Jinger Duggar, one of the famous children from the Duggar family, recently shared a rare video featuring her mother, Michelle Duggar, in California. The Duggar family gained widespread recognition through their popular reality TV series, 19 Kids and Counting, which documented their large and unique family dynamic. Over the years, many of the Duggar children have ventured into their own lives, finding individual paths in terms of career, relationships, and personal beliefs. Jinger Duggar, in particular, has gained attention for her evolving views on religion, family, and public life. In this article, we explore the significance of this rare video, the relationship between Jinger and her mother, Michelle, and the impact it has on fans of the Duggar family and those following their individual journeys. Jinger Duggar and her family have been in the public eye for over a decade, and throughout that time, viewers have seen various aspects of their lives unfold. The Duggar family's strict religious beliefs, large family size, and traditional values were central to the narrative of their reality show. However, in recent years, several of the Duggar children, including Jinger, have distanced themselves from the more conservative practices they were raised with, opting for more modern lifestyles and opinions. Jinger, in particular, has made headlines for her decision to move to California with her husband, Jeremy Vuolo. The couple's move to the West Coast marked a significant shift in their lives compared to their previous, more sheltered life in Arkansas. This relocation was seen as a move towards independence, with Jinger and Jeremy opting to explore new opportunities outside of the confines of the Duggar family's traditional setting. Jinger's relationship with her mother, Michelle, has always been a topic of interest for fans. Michelle Duggar, as the matriarch of the family, has long been seen as a figurehead of the Duggar family's values and beliefs. Her role in the family has been a mix of nurturer, homemaker, and spiritual guide. While Michelle has always been a loving and supportive mother, her parenting style and beliefs have been scrutinized by those outside of the family, particularly regarding her strict upbringing and the family's controversial practices surrounding gender roles, courtship, and modesty. In contrast, Jinger's more recent life choices suggest a growing independence from her mother's more conservative values. This shift has been visible in many aspects of her life, from her decision to wear pants, which she was previously discouraged from doing, to her public statements about embracing a broader, more open-minded perspective on religion and personal autonomy. Despite their differing lifestyles, Jinger has maintained a close relationship with her mother. In fact, this recent video shared by Jinger with Michelle is a testament to their enduring bond. The video, which was filmed during a visit to California, shows the two women spending quality time together, laughing, talking, and simply enjoying each other's company. This rare glimpse into their relationship provides fans with a heartwarming reminder that despite their differences, family remains important to both Jinger and Michelle. One of the striking aspects of the video is the genuine affection between mother and daughter. Jinger has often been portrayed as the more independent and modern-thinking member of the family. But this video reminds viewers that at the core of her identity, she still values the family relationships that shaped her early life. Michelle, on the other hand, appears to be supportive of her daughter's choices, even if they differ from the more traditional paths she once envisioned for her children. The video also sheds light on the changing dynamics within the Duggar family. For years, the family's public image has been tied to a very specific set of values. But as the children grow older and forge their own paths, it's clear that there is a shift taking place. Jinger, in particular, represents this change. Her willingness to embrace new ideas and lifestyles is something that has resonated with fans, especially those who have followed the family's journey over the years. Jinger's story, from her time on the reality show to her current life in California, mirrors the experiences of many people who grow up in strict households, but eventually find the courage to live life on their own terms. The relationship between Jinger and Michelle also highlights the complexities of mother-daughter relationships in general. Mothers often have strong ideas about how their children should live, and daughters, especially as they grow older, may begin to question or reject those ideas. However, what the video illustrates is that love, respect, and understanding can transcend differences. Even though Jinger has chosen a different path from her mother in many ways, the bond between them remains strong, a testament to the power of family. For fans of the Duggar family, this video is an exciting and emotional moment. Given the public nature of their lives, many fans have followed Jinger's journey from childhood to adulthood. The evolution of her beliefs and lifestyle has been closely watched, and this video with her mother offers a rare and intimate look into her personal life. It shows a side of Jinger that is often hidden behind the public persona and the media scrutiny she and her family have faced over the years. In addition to the personal significance of the video for Jinger and Michelle, it also carries a larger cultural weight. The Duggar family has long been associated with a specific brand of conservative Christianity, which has been both celebrated and criticized by fans, media, and religious communities alike. Jinger's decision to share this moment with her mother could be seen as a subtle acknowledgement that, while she may no longer fully subscribe to the beliefs that shaped her upbringing, the values of family, love, and connection are still central to her life. In recent years, Jinger has used her platform to advocate for more progressive views on religion, gender roles, and personal autonomy. This shift has sparked discussions about the ways in which people can evolve in their beliefs, while maintaining important family relationships. The video with her mother, then, can be seen as part of this larger narrative about reconciling personal growth with familial ties. While the Duggar family's history has been marked by controversy, it is important to recognize that the individual stories of the family members, including Jinger, are complex and multifaceted. The video with Michelle reminds us that the Duggar family is made up of individuals who are continuously evolving, learning, and growing. Jinger's journey, much like that of her siblings, is a story of change and self-discovery, and moments like these offer a glimpse into the heart of her personal life. The video also raises questions about the future of the Duggar family in the public eye. Over the years, the family has faced criticism for various aspects of their beliefs and practices, from their views on education to their stance on issues like LGBT+ rights. However, as the children of the Duggar family carve out their own paths, it is clear that the family's legacy is not one size fits all. Each child, including Jinger, is finding their own way, and the story of their lives continues to unfold in unexpected ways. Jinger Duggar's rare video with her mother, Michelle, in California is a poignant reminder of the importance of family bonds and the complexities of growing up. It offers fans a glimpse into the ongoing evolution of the Duggar family, as well as the individual journeys of its members. For Jinger, the video highlights her changing perspective on life, religion, and family, and for Michelle, it shows a mother's love and support for her daughter, no matter where her life may lead. In the end, the video serves as a beautiful reminder that despite the public scrutiny and personal differences, family remains a central force in the lives of the Duggar children, and their stories are still being written. Jill Duggar, a former star of the reality TV series 19 Kids and Counting, has made headlines once again. But this time, it's not for anything related to her famous family. Instead, it's about a decision she and her husband, Derek Dillard, made regarding their children's education. Jill recently confirmed that her children, Israel and Samuel, are no longer attending public school. This announcement has sparked a considerable amount of debate and criticism, with many questioning her motives, the impact on her children, and the broader implications for her family's choices. Jill Duggar grew up in a highly conservative Christian household, one where strict values and beliefs shaped much of her upbringing. The Duggar family was known for their unconventional approach to parenting, with a particular emphasis on homeschooling. For the Duggar children, especially the girls, a significant part of their childhood involved staying at home, assisting with household chores, and learning skills that would prepare them to become wives and mothers. Education, in the traditional sense, was not a priority for many of the Duggar children. However, over the years, Jill Duggar has attempted to break away from the more rigid structures of her upbringing. After her marriage to Derek Dillard, she seemed to embrace a slightly more modern approach to life. Jill and Derek both have publicly shared their experiences of navigating life outside the confines of the Duggar family's strict religious rules, seeking more independence and control over their own lives. One of the more noticeable changes in Jill's life came when she decided to send her eldest child, Israel, to public school. This was a significant shift, as the Duggar children, prior to that, had largely been homeschooled. In her announcement about their decision to withdraw their children from public school, Jill mentioned that the family had made the choice based on a variety of factors, including personal values and what they believed would be best for their kids. She explained that while they valued the education their children were receiving, they felt that a different path would be more beneficial for their family dynamic. The Duggars had always been open about their desire to have their children grow up in an environment that closely reflected their Christian beliefs, and in some ways, withdrawing their children from public schooling could be seen as a reflection of that desire to maintain a closer-knit, faith-centered upbringing. Despite Jill's apparent desire to make the best decision for her family, the public reaction to her choice has been far from supportive. Many critics have expressed disappointment or concern over the move. Public schooling, for many, represents a crucial way to expose children to diverse perspectives, foster socialization skills, and prepare them for the broader world. Some critics have even argued that by removing her children from public school, Jill is effectively sheltering them from important life lessons and opportunities to engage with people who may not share the same beliefs and values as her family. One of the key concerns raised by critics is that Jill's decision could further isolate her children from the outside world. Public schools are not just about academics, they offer children the chance to interact with peers from different backgrounds, cultures, and beliefs. Critics have argued that by withdrawing her children from these experiences, Jill is limiting their exposure to diversity, which could have negative long-term effects on their ability to adapt and engage with people outside of their immediate social circle. Others have voiced concerns about the potential emotional impact of this decision on Jill's children. Growing up in a family that has been in the public eye for many years, the Duggar children have had to navigate the pressures of fame and public scrutiny. By removing them from public school, some argue that Jill may be protecting her children from one kind of pressure only to subject them to a different kind of isolation. Some critics believe that children who grow up without significant interactions with peers outside of their immediate family may struggle with social development, leading to difficulties in forming relationships or adapting to new environments in the future. In addition to the emotional and social concerns, there are also educational implications to consider. Many have pointed out that public schools offer resources, extracurricular activities, and access to specialized teachers and professionals that may not be available in a homeschooling or more isolated educational environment. Critics argue that by pulling her children from public school, Jill may be limiting their access to these opportunities, which could have an impact on their academic success and personal growth. Jill's critics also raised questions about the broader impact her decision could have on the Duggar family's larger platform. The Duggars have long been advocates for conservative Christian values, and their actions and decisions often serve as a model for those who follow them. By removing her children from public school, some believe that Jill is signaling to her followers that public schooling is not suitable for children of Christian families, further promoting the idea of homeschooling or religious-based education as the only valid choice. In contrast, Jill's supporters have defended her decision, pointing out that she and her husband are ultimately the ones responsible for making choices that they feel are in the best interest of their children. They argue that every family is unique, and what works for one family may not work for another. Supporters of Jill's decision emphasize that she and Derek are trying to create an environment that aligns with their values, which is something they feel is important for their children's upbringing. They also suggest that the decision to remove her children from public school is part of Jill's ongoing effort to assert more control over her life and the lives of her children, particularly after years of being under the scrutiny of her famous family and their traditional practices. Additionally, some have pointed out that the Duggar family's choice to educate their children in a way that aligns with their beliefs is not uncommon in conservative Christian circles. Homeschooling and private religious schools are often seen as better alternatives for families who are concerned about the influence of secular society on their children's education. In this context, Jill's decision to pull her children from public school may simply reflect a desire to protect their children from what she perceives as negative influences and instead offer them a more faith-centered educational experience. However, it is important to note that even within the Duggar family, there has been disagreement about the best way to educate children. Jill's decision to send Israel to public school was met with some skepticism from other members of her family, particularly her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. In the past, they had been staunch proponents of homeschooling, and they may have viewed Jill's decision as a break from the family tradition. This internal tension between family members highlights the complexities of navigating personal beliefs and values within a larger family structure, especially when those beliefs are subject to public scrutiny. The broader conversation surrounding Jill's decision to pull her children from public school also reflects ongoing debates about education in America. For many parents, the decision about where to send their children to school is deeply personal and influenced by a range of factors, including academic quality, safety, and personal values. In recent years, the debate over public versus private or religious education has become increasingly polarized, with families often feeling that they must choose between what is best for their children's academic success and what aligns with their moral or religious beliefs. As Jill Duggar's family continues to navigate these difficult decisions, it's clear that her choice to withdraw her children from public school is part of a larger trend of families seeking to carve out educational paths that reflect their personal values. Whether or not her decision proves to be the right one for her children remains to be seen, but it has undoubtedly sparked a larger conversation about the role of education in shaping the next generation. For Jill, it's a deeply personal choice, but for many of her critics, it is a decision that raises questions about the balance between protecting one's children and preparing them for the broader world. Ultimately, Jill Duggar's choice to withdraw her children from public school is a reminder that the decisions we make for our children often have far-reaching consequences, not just for them but for the larger society as well. However, Jill's choice to homeschool is not without its challenges. Homeschooling, while offering many benefits, can also be isolating and demanding. It requires a significant amount of time, energy, and resources, and it often means that mothers who homeschool are entirely responsible for their children's education. Jill has been open about the difficulties of balancing her family life with the responsibilities of homeschooling, particularly when she has multiple children at different stages of development. Managing the educational needs of her children, as well as their emotional and social needs, is no easy task. In recent years, Jill and Derek have also faced public scrutiny and criticism from fans and former followers of the Duggar family. While Jill has expressed her desire to break away from certain aspects of her parents' lifestyle, she has also remained connected to many of the values she grew up with. Her decision to homeschool has been part of this balancing act, where she has tried to reconcile her past with her present choices. At times, it seems that Jill is trying to carve out a more independent identity while still holding on to the foundations of her upbringing. Another aspect of Jill's homeschooling journey is her public role as a former star of the Duggar family's reality TV shows. The Duggar family's very public lives, combined with their commitment to homeschooling and conservative Christian values, meant that Jill's decisions were often subject to intense public scrutiny. Her choices, from how she raised her children to the way she navigated her faith and marriage, were regularly documented in the media. This added layer of attention made Jill's educational choices even more significant in the eyes of the public. For Jill, homeschooling her children is likely a way to protect them from some of the challenges that she herself faced as a child raised in the public eye. By choosing to homeschool, Jill may feel that she can create a more private and controlled environment for her children, away from the pressures of fame and public expectations. It allows her to focus on what she believes is best for her family, without the distractions or judgments that can come from the public eye. Despite the pressures, Jill has been open about her experiences with homeschooling and the ways in which it has shaped her family's life. She has spoken about the importance of teaching her children not just academic subjects, but also life skills, kindness, and a strong moral foundation. As her children grow older, Jill continues to evolve as a mother and educator, learning how to balance her faith, family life, and educational responsibilities. Homeschooling for Jill is about more than just academics. It's a way of life. It's a way for her to pass on the values that were instilled in her as a child, while also giving her the flexibility to adapt to the changing needs of her own family. Her decision to homeschool, despite her brief experience with public school, highlights her commitment to creating a family dynamic that aligns with her faith and values. While homeschooling may present challenges, it also provides Jill with the opportunity to build a strong, supportive environment for her children, one that reflects the life she has chosen for herself and her family. In conclusion, Jill Duggar's choice to homeschool her children, despite her own brief experience with public school, reflects a variety of personal, familial, and ideological factors. Her decision is rooted in the values she holds dear, shaped by her upbringing in the Duggar family, and influenced by her own experiences as a mother. While homeschooling can be challenging, Jill's commitment to it reflects her desire to create a nurturing, controlled environment where her children can grow and develop according to her vision of what's best for them. It is a reflection of her deep commitment to her faith, her family, and her belief in the importance of education as a means to guide her children's moral and spiritual development.